Wow, the Tome of Knowledge. One of the great things that we have in our game, fully translated to wondrous Russian, much like this podcast. Why is the Tome of Knowledge great? How did we come up with it, Josh?
We had an army of people that worked diligently for years and years and years, adding thousands and thousands and thousands of unlocks and entries to the Tome of Knowledge. So there's no one way that they got created. It was literally brute force with a massive group of incredibly creative people pouring their hearts, souls, and all of their brilliance directly into the Tome of Knowledge.
We also had a great feedback system where anyone who was working on the game, be it QAing it, testing it, building levels, could actually write a suggestion. So if they found an interesting part of the game or something curious, they could send in a note to the Tome of Knowledge team saying, "Hey, I managed to get to this location. It was really neat. Maybe a Tome of Knowledge unlock could go here." So it was an organic production that was contributed at the highest and the lowest levels consistently.
And some of the unlocks came when we were just drinking.
A lot.
I play an Ironbreaker because I feel that it's best to play the character you look the most like. My Ironbreaker is currently level 25, realm rank 20, so I haven't been killing nearly as many people as I should. But I also am a fairly slow player. I also have a tendency to start new characters repeatedly, so I have probably 6 or 7 different characters, but my Ironbreaker is the highest level.
On the other hand, I've been playing the Slayer and the Chopper on the beta servers, because I like to play new secret stuff that no one's got any access to, and I cheat with my level so I get access to all the beautiful abilities that I go, whoa, joy, joy. Before that, I was playing the Blackguard and Knight of the Blazing Sun, until they became available to any Johnny-come-lately, in which case I stopped playing.
You had that level 30 Squigger.
Squiggy?
Yeah.
I did have Squiggy.
But don't tell them the name. So that's a pretty straightforward question. My favorite in-game title is probably The Undefeated.
You've never got that title.
Yes, I do. It's on my dwarf.
Chicken plucker. Pluck chickens. So one of the things that you'll find about our game is that we are constantly adding new things in. Patches and updates and new features, new classes, new ideas, new concepts. They're always happening. Be it the Knight of Murder, Keg's End, be it the Slayer of the Chopper that's coming on, new story arcs, new weapons, new improvements, making forts better and forces better and keyboards, fixing the weird stuff. They're always coming at you. But when are we going to do even more updates?
So the next major update will actually be the Call to Arms campaign.
Woohoo!
And that's going to run from March of this year all the way through June of this year. And it's going to involve 3 different major live events. It's going to add 2 new careers to the game, a major new dungeon, it'll introduce the Tomb Kings, and it's free.
Sandy. So the next visit is probably going to be Jeff Hickman, our executive producer, the big American bear. Josh and I actually returned from Russia after the Igramir show. We had a good time.
It was a lot of fun. We met a lot of fans. We got to show off Warhammer for the first time to a big crowd. We drank a lot of vodka. We ate a lot of caviar. We got to see Moscow, which was awesome.
Crazy hats.
And we came home and we told everybody about it. And Jeff was very, very jealous and made it clear that the next time somebody from Mythic goes to Russia, he needs to be in the group.
But we are going to try and sneak on with him so that we can return.
Yes. So Paul, what do we say to people that compare us to that other game?
That other game was like the Beatles. You know, you can't be the Beatles. You can't copy that band. If you try to, then you become the Monkees. We're not the Beatles. We're Warhammer. We're very heavy metal. We're actually Led Zeppelin.
So what miniatures do you collect?
I actually have armies and armies of miniatures. I also collect lots of Forge World nonsense. But I do have this is one of my orcs from my Greenskin army. This is actually one of my Night Goblins over here. And I have a habit of painting miniatures and then giving them away to people who come and visit the studio. So, you know, I have to keep buying more.
I, on the other hand, of course, dwarves, Ironbreaker and an engineer. I collect dwarves because I
save on paint.
I am a dwarf, but I also really like Skaven. My favorite feature in the game by far is the RVR system. Being able to just level up by killing other players, burning things to the ground, invading enemy capital cities, taking over fortresses, controlling things in the world. There's nothing more exciting, there's nothing more fun, there's nothing I like better than RVR.
Wow. I really like the fact that we captured the spirit and essence of what Warhammer is and what it stands for, and we were able to do interesting things within the RVR system. In particular, when faced with the conundrum of how to deal with griefing, we put the chicken in, which is in the spirit of Warhammer, without a doubt. So one of the things we did with our game is we made our UI easy to customize, and that's because we wanted the people out there who've got the hobby gene, who want to do really cool things, to be able to add extra things and do all their little stuff. And so we encourage it because it's part of living the hobby of playing our game. And now some of the ideas that we have for expanding the UI are going to take a little while to filter through, and some of them may well be the same as some of the add-ons that are already out there, because people generally think along the same lines. But we use lots of add-ons. For instance, Book of Grudges have got a great one out at the moment that keeps track of everyone that you've killed and everyone who's killed you, so you can get like a proper enemies list. And they're used all the time. Also, our UI itself is fully customizable. We can move it around, change it, alter it, switch things on, switch things off. So if you're into that sort of thing, welcome to the land of modding for war. If you're not, go look on the internet. There's loads of great stuff out there.
Paul, where did the chicken come from?
So we have this issue in our game of what do you do when someone who's big and mean comes and beats up someone who's you know, well-meaning and not particularly big and mean. And there were pages and pages of design. It went on forever and ever and ever until we went, you know what? Basically, you shouldn't be doing that. And if you do that, we're going to turn you into a chicken. And we wrote that down because we couldn't come up with a better idea. And the powers that be went, it's a really good suggestion. And before you know it, we were making chickens. All we then did was make the feathers bigger.
Well, there was the one problem where we needed a chaos chicken.
We did need a chaos chicken.
Because what would an evil chicken look like?
And if you want to find out, log in as destruction, wander into the wrong area, and pop! Off you go. Chaos chicken for you.
So, first of all, thank you for playing War. We launched a couple of weeks ago. It's been really, really successful. There's been a lot of enthusiasm and energy coming from the Russian players, and we hope you're going to enjoy some of the new, interesting things that are coming to the game literally weeks from now.
You're getting the best version of the game, lovingly translated. We care very much about the Russian gaming experience, and we'll just continue to put our heart and soul into it, and you guys can keep killing him on the battlefield.
That's true.